Once more, good morning. Welcome, and thank you for being here today. The Northland College 2022 graduates are about to begin their procession from the Ponzio Student Center. Once they arrive, I will invite you to rise, if you are able, as we welcome this year's graduating class. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones or any other devices that you may have. Today is a great day, and we are so glad to have you here with us. Thank you. Please rise.
Good morning and welcome. Please remain standing as you are able and join me in thanking one more time drummer Steve Metier and Superior Brass for the processional music. I am Alan Brew, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Faculty. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to Northland College's 111th commencement ceremony. To begin our ceremony today, Dylan Bijakines Jennings, a member of the Bad River Lake Superior Ojibwa, will deliver the invocation.
You can sit down, please. Oh, right on. Koida shema nishanabe dog. Dinaway magani dog. Miko ma, weweni, majitayan. Nitsa, bishakints indigenous cause, wabasheshi and dodem, mushkazibing and dunjaba. Weweni dash on a tower, singi piminigana sema. Daga gweja mangwa and gil money dog, dajoin damawa, deje, nemino sema gak na amwanji diango maso nungum. Weweni dash, yo osa. Ingi piminigana nishanabe jatwawan iwidi akea, iwidi. Wawi egama is you in Jagadig, Minta Shama, Mushkazibing is you in Jagadig ma. Migo Gayanin, Weweni Dash yo osa. Let me get you a Tagozian, a Kinigo Ginoa, Gapi, Jayago ma, Sonongum. Weweni Dash, a Penegona, Nemi Quenamango, Ingyo, Manido, Gaya Jigama. Weweni Dash yo osa. Nu been the Kujigan or Sema, is a Manido, Wakabitung Gego, and Owen Dani Magnoden, Wabanong, Jawanong, Nengabianong, Nago Gaegi, Wading Akea. Bindashkae, Oma King, get a Kimanan, Chimiguchu, a Tagozian, do Damananik, Miguchu Indama, oh, Wasia, Benatia, Gaigo, Giguya, Neshawanama, the Gu, and Ishanabe, wa King. When he does your osa, Skema and Gu, your own Naganizet Manidu, your Ouija Manidumin, Highwayni. We do dapen on and our same man. They're gonna win me on, Gaigodo, we do Kawion, Kinago Ginoa, Indashkai, Kinan, or Dinaway Magana Gama. We win it dash your osa. Skema and Gil, Mitig Wabe when anyone, Asanabe when anyone, Highwayni or dapen on our shin and our same man. They're gonna win me on a kina, a cause in a gin. Skay dash and Gil, Guy dash Nimiguchu or Tagozian. Oh, kina. We win it dash your osa. Skema, Skedash and Gyo, Chi Jesus, Kapisa, get away, Minoa Dashiko, Dibika Jesus, Ajuined. When it dash, yo osa, Milma, Gae, Gin and Odaba, Gangaba the Ma, Weni, Gemaji Gings, a Gaiganing, Minoa Zibing, Abajitude and Ishanabig. When it dash, yo osa, Milma, Gae, Gini, Gagwade Wepan, Nibu and you, Giguyan, Diana the Ma, Minoa Dashtigo, the Batayina, and an egg. Yo, Manuman, give a Wanji a tour and Ishanabig, Emijid. When he dash, Yosa, Skedash and Gyu, a Penegona, and Mequena Mango Gyu, Manidog, Jigama, Ishpaming, is Nakade Gama, Milma Gae, and we got you a Tagozian, oh, a Kina Manidog, Jigama. When he dash, Yosa, Pakazana Mango, and Osema, Manidog, Wakabiton Gego, and oh, Naganized Manidu, Eji Manidumin. Weweni or Dapa the Martian and our Sema, the Gunawinamian, Gaigo, we do Kawian, Gaigo, the Joinamian, a Kina Maganog, Kinago Ginoa, Bindashkai, Kino, a Kina Nishanabe Gama, Nimiquena Mango Egu, Manidog. Weweni dash up in Eguna, Nimiquena Mango Egu, Gikina, Gikan Dasaje Gama. Weweni dash. Going a kina money dug, Ingi Kana Massing, Dash Andrew, Scabency on our Sema, Newika Guajamag and go money do, Jigwa, Cosidawaga, Kinnigigo, Kidoyan, Misomanik, Man, Way, Tuyan. Niwijaganashi, Bungi, and Denway Magani dug, get the Abajatun, Giwa Gakwag, Anizana Gakwa Damabe Matizian. Niwa Jaganashi Bangi. So in our beautiful and articulate Ojibwe language, the best that I could, I just basically said, some of you out there didn't complete some of your assignments, and we're going to ask for those to be turned in here before the end of the ceremony. Anisha, just kidding. Hey, just kidding. First I want to acknowledge, our relatives here on the crowd. I'm not an elder. I'm just a language learner, lifelong learner of our language, and so I asked the powers that be to correct anything that I might have said that was wrong. I didn't mean to offend anybody here today by me speaking, and just to explain a little bit here, the best way that I could. Acknowledged all the different things we as Anishinaabe acknowledge, this place that we call home, this place that we share. And so in our language, we talk about all these different spirits that take care of these places, whatever you choose to call them, we have different names to recognize them. And so we kind of petition them and ask them to take care of one another, to take care of each and every one of you on your journeys, to take care of all of the families here that are here today gathering and celebrating your accomplishments. We ask them to watch over you. We ask them to watch over all of your teachers, even if you don't like some of us, right? Just kidding. That doesn't happen here, right? We ask them to watch over all of our educators, our teachers here, our administration. Ask those money to kind of bless, to take care of and watch over each and every single one of you that's here today, and acknowledge this journey that you're on. We also acknowledge everything that we have been given as Anishinaabe and as people in general, from the beautiful lakes and rivers that we're blessed to be here. Gitchigumi, or just right next door, Lake Superior, that takes care of us, right? Whether we acknowledge that or not. We acknowledge even this beautiful rain that we have here today as well, right? We might think that it ruins our procession or our doings here, and really it's here to bless us and here to take care of us and do what it needs to do. And so we give thanks for all those things and give thanks for everything that we have to survive and to live a good life. And so we just wish you guys well, and in our language, we say Gigawabamin. Can you guys say that? Gigawabamin? Can you guys say aho? That was pretty good. One more time. Gigawabamin. Minawa. And aho. Well, till we see each other again, right? And meet you. That's it. Thank you.
Miigwech, Bahija Keens. To lead a college requires visionary thinking, focus, thoughtful words, and a compassionate heart. In today's higher education landscape, business acumen is also highly regarded. Carl Ivan Solobaki was called as the 15th president of Northland College to lead the college in its efforts to invigorate its noble purpose. He has continued to build upon the Northland traditions of strong community and innovative curriculum with the sincere goal of preparing students to change the world. It is my privilege to invite President Solobaki to the podium to deliver the presidential greeting and to preside over this 111th Northland College commencement. President Solobaki.
Thank you, Dr. Brew. It is my honor to welcome all of you to our campus today. I should say that there are 111 students graduating, and it is our 111th commencement. On behalf of the college and the Northland community, I extend personal and heartfelt congratulations to the esteemed class of 2022. Before we begin our proceedings this morning, I would like to ask you to observe a moment of silence and remembrance We have been, we've been very disheartened by the loss of life across our nation and beyond the borders of our country. And I think it is fitting that we have a moment of remembrance and thoughts for those that remain and that will have to be healed. So please take a moment and remember. Thank you very much. Please allow me to introduce the esteemed colleagues joining me today, starting from my left, Dr. David Ullman, faculty. Faculty Council President and Associate Professor of Geoscience. And sitting next to him is our beloved Linda Mack, member of the Northland College Board of Trustees. She is here today in Chadwick Dayton's stead. He is unfortunately attending to his family and could not be here. So thank you very much, Linda, for stepping in. Then we have the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Faculty, Dr. Alan Brew, whose opening statements you have just heard. And on the other side of the podium, Dr. Joe Cooper. Dr. Joe, Dean of Students. Next to him, Sherry Venero, our Chief Business Officer. And last but not least, Seamus Gregory, Director of Intercollegiate Athletics and head men's hockey coach. I thank all of you for your dedicated and compassionate service to Northland and our wonderful students. At this point, I would also like to offer special recognition to Dr. Michelle Small, Professor of English and Modern Languages, who serves as our faculty marshal and mace bearer. Dr. Small celebrates 50 years of service as a faculty member at Northland College. The strength of any institution relies heavily on the commitment and dedication of the faculty, and Dr. Small's distinguished and long-standing career is a true testament to those essential components. It gives me great honor to share this notable milestone with you, Dr. Small. Please join me in acknowledging Dr. Small's anniversary one more time. I would also like to call attention to distinguished guests who may be joining us virtually this morning. We welcome any current and former trustees, trustee emeriti, as well as professor emeriti. Greetings to all of you, both here in the room and across the nation. It's my privilege now to recognize the people whose contributions made it possible for us to be here today. Let me start with faculty and staff. To our wonderful faculty and staff, in recognition of your dedication, expertise, and unrelenting care of these graduates, we thank you. You have served tirelessly as educators, advisors, mentors, supporters, motivators, and partners. Your comprehensive efforts make Northland remarkable. On behalf of graduates, parents, and friends, we are deeply appreciative and full of gratitude for the impressive endeavors of our dedicated educators. Thank you, faculty and staff. Parents and families. To the parents, family members, and special friends of the graduates of the class of 2022, as we gather together in celebration, both in person and virtually, we thank you for the nurturing support that you have provided your sons and daughters, grandsons and granddaughters, sisters and brothers, and special friends. Thank you for trusting the faculty and staff of Northland College to help your loved ones continue to grow, learn, and expand their horizons as citizens. As we have nurtured and educated them, they have in turn nurtured and educated us in countless ways. For this, we are grateful. Thank you, family and friends. Today represents the final of several milestones in your Northland careers, graduates, culminating in your entitlement to stand for graduation and the conferral of diplomas. This is the closure of one Northland journey and the commencement of many new chapters in your lives that will hopefully lead you to inner fulfillment. When you started your time at Northland, I articulated a sevenfold charge that focused on good citizenry, excellence in the classroom, field, or on the court, forgetting your comfort zone to allow for personal growth, investigating all that spurs your interest and merits your scrutiny, being genuine to yourself and others, building community and forming lifelong friendships, and seeking focus, fortitude, and self-reliance. Now, as you prepare to leave Northland, I once again encourage you to seek the spirit of community, to show deep and abiding respect for sameness and diversity, to understand the sanctity of the spaces that we have, and to esteem the intersection of humankind and nature. As you have done here in the last several years, I embolden you to continue building community relationships, maintain and grow lifelong friendships, and relish the stewardship of your Northland mentors and supporters in the coming years. I assure you that these relationships do not end today. Rather, these relationships are indelible, and the long shadow of your associations with faculty and staff can and will continue to influence you, I assure you. Finally, I ask you to continue seeking happiness and joy as a deep inner satisfaction that gives you purpose, resolve, and endurance. Heed my words, knowing that all of us are here for you. Find avenues to communicate with us so that we can be allies, advisors, and advocates. As you are inducted into the Northland family of alumni this morning, extending back to our humble beginnings in the 1890s, you are not only our present, but you also join with the cohorts that follow you in informing our future. Your success has been and will continue to be our paramount calling. I now ask Dr. Brew to return to the podium to deliver the investiture.
Thank you, Carl. Graduates, today, as you prepare to receive the baccalaureate degree, it is appropriate to invest you with the symbols of that degree, the baccalaureate cap and gown. The academic apparel worn by faculty and candidates has been worn by scholastics since the late Middle Ages. The wearing of this attire places the common concern for academics, the search for truth, above individual personalities. For centuries, gowns and robes have been worn by judges, clergy, and scholars, symbolizing recognition and achievement. There is great pride in this noble tradition. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and trustees of Northland College, I am honored to invest you with the baccalaureate cap and gown. I charge you with the responsibility to wear these symbols in keeping with Northland's vision for the ongoing liberation of the human spirit and our deep commitment to a sustainable future. Today, you also will receive a diploma from Northland College. At that time, you will join thousands of others in a very special community. Wherever you go and whatever you do, you carry the legacy of Northland with you. During your time here, you have learned much and have come to understand many of the challenges of the world. You have also demonstrated insight into the efforts required to address those challenges. Throughout your life, I hope your Northland education will lead you to integrate the knowledge, skills, understanding, and values that will help you work for the common good. Remember that you are the spirit of Northland. You are a part of us who remain here, and we are a part of you who go forth. Follow the path of those who have gone before you, and make a way for those who come after you. Go forth in knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, secure in your faith in truth and humanity, and confident of our ability and responsibility to make this a better world. In this task, may you have the strength to do what you must do and the courage to be who you must be. Peace be your journey. Our blessings go with you.
Thank you, Dr. Brew. Next, it gives me great privilege to invite my beloved Linda Mack to the podium to deliver the 2022 Board of Trustees address. Linda.
Good morning. I'm standing in the place of Chad Dayton, who is the chair of the Board of Trustees, and he was so disappointed to not be able to come today. He's been an incredibly conscientious board chair, and as he said, this is the moment that he really cherishes, and he's been at every graduation during the 6 years he's served. So I just want to pass on his greetings, and I will share his remarks with you. I serve as a trustee of Northland College, both proudly and passionately, and as such, there are three overarching responsibilities that I am expected to uphold. The first is the duty of care, meaning that I treat the college's affairs with the same care that I would my own. This includes financial oversight, executing the college's rules, and ensuring a proper course of conduct for faculty, staff, and students. The second is the duty of loyalty. It requires me to put the college's interests first, to practice integrity and transparency, as though the college were a person and I that person's guardian. I am expected to be loyal to the college's statutes and abide by the resolutions of my peers on the board. The last of the fiduciary duties is the duty of obedience, holding me responsible for ensuring the college's adherence with all federal, state, and local laws. However, the duty of obedience extends beyond mere compliancy. Rather, it makes me a guardian of the college's mission. In short, I have oversight over most, if not all, institutional areas, including academic affairs, tenure, research, student satisfaction and success, which we highly value, the honor code, and much more, a tall order indeed. It is the duty of obedience that allows me to preside this morning and gives me the authority to award your degrees to you. I do so with great conviction, for I believe this college to be remarkable, and I trust that your faculty have given all of you the requisite skills to graduate. Beyond that, I recognize that Northland College was founded in 1892 as an institution that welcomed all people. With its advocacy for access and inclusion, Northland has demonstrated a lasting commitment to a vibrant community of students, faculty, and staff through the years, and has proudly graduated students such as yourselves who have gone on to make the world a better place. Proud of its long legacy of inclusion, the college has also vowed to advance an even stronger passion for place and sense of belonging in the years to come. This morning, you embody both our legacy and our future, for you give us purpose. Above all, you give me, as trustee of Northland College, the privilege of knowing that you will contribute to the common good, just as I contribute to the greater good that is this remarkable institution. This is a milestone for all of us, and I am here this morning to bear witness to that pivotal moment in which you stand for graduation and commence your futures. My personal and heartfelt congratulations to you, class of 2022, in the name of all of the trustees of Northland College.
Thank you, Linda Mack. Northland College, on the southern shore of Lake Superior, is situated in a vast and beautiful geographical area which includes northern Wisconsin, the college's immediate base, northern Michigan, northeastern Michigan, and the southern part of Ontario, Canada. A fabulous region ecologically and scenically, where there's a lot of rain. It is steeped in the lore and legendary of the fur trade, exploration, logging, and mining. It is here that our students, hailing from across the nation and several foreign countries, come to experience personal and intellectual growth and to learn how to be effective members of the larger, balanced community of life. So begins a short, deeply illuminating text about Northland College that Sigurd Olsen appears to have penned in the mid-1970s, although the exact details with respect to the text generation are no longer extant. Despite their originations nearly 50 years ago, Olsen's finely honed words strike us as relevant today as they did at the time that they were crafted. Indeed, his prescience about our future could almost be called uncanny. Olsen recounts that in the early 1970s, college leaders began to rally around the idea of an environmental focus, expressing strong apprehensions at that time as to whether the college's first 80 years as an independent liberal arts institution offered enough to carry it safely into perpetuity. He conveys that an environmental studies major was introduced into the Northland curriculum in 1971, that the Native American Studies program was successfully launched to nourish an understanding of the heritage of the indigenous cultures which surround us, that the Sigurd Olsen Institute of Environmental Studies was founded in 1972, and that the Northland Board of Trustees unanimously agreed to adopt a long-range plan integrating environmental, sociological, and humanitarian courses in 1974. These early curricular advancements were paired with a regional outreach program that was destined to build a strong affinity to and appreciation for the North Country. Many of us here this morning are well acquainted with our esteemed alumnus Sigurd Olsen, but for those who are not, let me provide a sketch of his outstanding achievements. A nationally recognized environmentalist, Olsen was influential in the protection of the boundary waters and helped draft the Wilderness Act of 1964, becoming vice president and subsequently president of the Wilderness Society. He was influential in establishing Voyageurs National Park in northern Minnesota, Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, and Point Reyes National Seashore in California. Olsen served as a consultant to the Secretary of the Interior on wilderness conservation and national park issues, as well as president of the National Parks Association and a member of its Board of Trustees. After 50 years of intensive service to the environment and just 4 years before his death, Olsen achieved his goal of seeing full wilderness status granted to the Boundary Waters Canoe area by President Carter in 1978. A zealous environmentalist, accomplished writer, and please excuse the pun, a force of nature, Olson held that the college's strategic location and academic scope were not only unique as an educational resource, but also as a stimulus for the rich outdoor experiences it accords to its students. Ultimately, inimitable among the many colleges in the United States due to its multi-contextual contributions to the socio-ecological problems of the time, and I should add, of our time as well. He asserts with pleasure, while many schools teach environmental subjects, we know of none that are trying to unify and integrate knowledge quite like Northland, truly the unification of the sciences, arts, and humanities. These very sentiments were endorsed by the Board of Trustees in 1974, which avowed, and I quote, that if any genuine understanding of the world is to develop, we must recognize the compatibility of the liberal arts and environmental studies, as well as the necessity of seeing each as inextricably bound to the other. Close quote. Olson closes his text by drawing close connections between the college's transformation in the 1970s and the objectives of its founders in 1892, who stated, "We aim to create a school for the enlightenment of young people in the northern frontiers. Our aim is to bring learning to the raw wilderness and to do those things that would contribute to the intellectual and spiritual life of the region and the students, such as yourselves, who come here." The founders took as their motto a phrase from Isaiah, "A highway shall be there." This was, according to Olson, to be a highway of truth, a thoroughfare of righteousness, and a pathway of service. In 2022, as in 1975, the highway continues to point to a conduit, to a path of fulfillment and service, as well as the preservation through knowledge of the environment in which we live. Today, as the college approaches its 130th anniversary and the Sigurd Olson Environmental Institute celebrates its 50th year of operation, the college has successfully weathered one of the most serious global crises in the chronicle of higher education, the COVID-19 pandemic, perhaps emerging stronger and more resilient than ever. That strength, that resiliency is your legacy. Preparing to launch new chapters in your lives, it is not lost on all of us here that half of your college experience has been overshadowed by the pandemic. You have made intrepid and formidable contributions to preserving the well-being of our Northland community, together with our faculty, staff, and the student cohorts that follow you. I assure you today that you are ready for what might come in your lives, and that you will be able to draw on your time at Northland as a cognitive, as a spiritual, and as an emotional asset. On a personal note, you have been enormously gracious to me, opening your hearts and recounting many personal feelings as we have crossed paths in the corridors of the Panzio or conducted conversations in the dining hall. These deeply personal insights into your joys, sorrows, frustrations, elations, worries, infirmities, losses, and general state of being have endeared you. And I will always relish the trust that you have bestowed upon me and the many confidences that you shared with me. This morning, we are particularly proud of you, and we have gathered together as a community to recognize, to celebrate your many achievements. Go forth, knowing that we are here for you and that you are always welcome to call upon us, for you are now initiates in a larger Northland family that extends across our nation and beyond. Please be proud of your college affiliation. The only independent institution of higher learning in northern Wisconsin, Northland remains a strong partner to the region, an inspiration to its constituents, and a guarantor for for a more sustainable and just future that is keenly sensitive to the environmental challenges facing our planet. Debated widely, the recent rearticulation of the mission statement captures the college's unique setting, the accomplishments of its faculty, staff, and students, the attractiveness of its curricula, and the enduring impact that Northland has had on Lake Superior and the Lake Superior region. Ratified at the September 2022 meeting of the Board of Trustees, the college's new mission resounds with many of the sentiments that Sigurd Olsen so presciently articulated in the mid-1970s, and I give you our new mission articulation. Founded in 1892, Northland College is the first college in the country to fully integrate an environmental focus with its liberal arts curriculum. Located on the south shore of Lake Superior, surrounded by northern forests, we inspire students to explore the fundamental interconnections between nature, place, and people. Our innovative, interdisciplinary learning approach fosters dynamic educational experiences, research, and partnerships that extend well beyond the classroom. We believe that understanding and addressing complex environmental and social challenges requires inclusion of diverse perspectives, critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration. Together, we empower students and our broader community to act with integrity and courage to create a more sustainable and just future. In the years to come, act with integrity in every way that you are able, and continue to assist us in creating a more just and sustainable future. The world is waiting for you, and your fervent stewardship of our acutely troubled environment is desperately needed. Finally, remember that each and every one of you is tantamount to a Northland highway, a veritable conduit or agency of fulfillment and service for the extraordinary planet that is our privilege to inhabit. And with that, congratulations to the class of 2022. I'm pleased and honored to introduce our student speaker, AJ Gregg. Hailing from Florida, some 1,800 miles from Lake Superior, AJ came to Northland College in 2018 to pursue her dream of playing college basketball while pursuing her education. AJ initially planned to study biology with a goal of attending dental school afterwards. Like so many students here, her aspirations and passions evolved as she was exposed to countless faculty, staff, and peer opportunities that shaped and transformed her interests and career path. In addition to being a successful student athlete and leader on and off the court, AJ was selected to participate in the McNair Scholars Program through the University of Wisconsin Superior. Based on this opportunity, AJ has conducted research on barriers faced by first-generation students and presented her findings on a national scale. AJ has also served as the Don Chase Alumni Relations Intern for Northland's advancement team, where she has strengthened alumni engagement and provided support for funding activities to benefit college-wide initiatives. AJ inspires others. She certainly inspired me in that she cares for all she undertakes, whether it is schoolwork, basketball, or sundry other activities at the college. Her positive outlook, can-do attitude, and kindness embody the Northland spirit and are truly representative of her extraordinary character, as well as Northland's commitment to community. Graduating with a degree in sociology and social justice, as well as a minor in psychology, AJ has been accepted to West Virginia University, where she will pursue a graduate degree in sociology and anthropology. Is that Morgantown? Yeah, Morgantown? Yeah. Just as her, it just occurred to me, I used to live in Morgantown. Just as her Northland faculty did for her, AJ aims to become a sociology professor in order to inspire others to promote social change in their communities and beyond. Please join with me in welcoming your student speaker, AJ.
Thank you, President Solovaki. Ooh. You know, it's kind of disheartening this wasn't outside, because if I cried, I was going to blame it on all the pollen, but okay. Well, thank you to everyone here, and thank you for this opportunity to be speaking to you today. My name is Aja Gregg. Most people know me as AJ, even though my name is only 3 letters. Today, we are celebrating Northland College's graduating class of 2022. I would like to start my speech with the poem Harlem by Langston Hughes. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over, like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? One thing I like about this poem is that it doesn't have an exact answer. We all faced adversity the last 2 years with COVID altering not just our college experience, but life in general. I would like to dedicate this speech to my mom and grandparents, because college was almost a dream deferred for me. But because of them, I prevailed, and I'm receiving my bachelor's degree in sociology. If someone would have come up to me my freshman year and told me I would be standing here giving this speech to you all today, I would have laughed. It took me a while to adjust here at Northland, mainly because I didn't know what to expect, which I'm sure many of us didn't. I knew I wanted to leave home to find myself, and college was my outlet. I played basketball all 4 years of high school and wanted to pursue my dreams of playing college basketball. Most of the schools that recruited me were community colleges or too close to home, so I chose to continue my education and basketball career here at Northland. I never took a tour of the school, barely researched it, and the only reason I ended up looking into it was because my mom and grandma told me I should at least know a bit about the area before I left home. I talked to my advisor, Alyssa Holstrand, about 3 times over the summer about me being a biology major, and she helped me pick classes that I needed. Once I arrived in Ashland, I headed for Walmart to buy what I needed and to move myself in. It didn't take long for me to notice I didn't look like everyone else. But it also didn't take long for me to feel welcome, safe, and supported in this community either. I never heard of Midwest Nice before. I wasn't used to people going out of their way to ask how I was doing. I'm a pretty reserved person, so I had to break out of my shell quickly because I didn't want people to think I was antisocial. But because of this, I have made great friendships and connections that will last me a lifetime. During my first week here, I met the basketball girls, and they took me under their wings, especially Ashton and Michaela, who were seniors at the time, Sarah, who was only a sophomore, but swore was her baby, and Brisa, who was an incoming freshman, but always watched over me as a sister. I had a really hard time catching the basketball girls to eat lunch with them the first few weeks because of our conflicting class schedule. So I ended up eating alone for a while until this man asked if he could sit with me. I said sure, a little weirded out, because I thought, geez, he's a little seasoned. He's a little seasoned to be a student, but who am I to judge? It's never too late to chase your dream and continue your education. He introduced himself as Kevin, and we ate lunch, talked about basketball and other common interests, then we both left. The next week, I went to the gym to get some shots up, and I ran into Kevin and a bunch of older guys playing basketball who invited me to play with them. I eventually caught up with the basketball girls. I continued with my schedule of classes, practice, and studying, and made it to the end of my first semester. Second semester, basketball season came to an end, and I got into the social realm of Northland. Okay, I sugarcoated it. I turned into a party animal and completely forgot about school. This heavily impacted my GPA and my decision to be a biology major. Sociology and psychology were tied on my list, so I decided to take both my next semester of college. I went to my intro to sociology class, and the professor happened to be Kevin, the same guy who ate lunch and played basketball with me. I ended up enjoying the class and decided to flood my schedule with sociology courses the next semester. I then changed my major to sociology and social justice sophomore year. Because I loved sociology, I did well in my classes, which brought my GPA back up. During my junior year winter break, I had my weekly, what am I going to do with my life after college talk with myself in my head. And I decided to ask Kevin where he went to grad school because I was thinking of pursuing my master's. He told me Bowling Green, but I should apply to University of Wisconsin Superior's Trio McNair program. This program helps prepare students from disadvantaged backgrounds for doctoral studies through involvement in research and other scholarly activities. The goal is to increase the attainment of PhD degrees by students from underrepresented segments of society. At the time, I didn't know that, and I also didn't ask any questions. I just clicked the link and applied. Surprisingly, I was selected for the interview process, then I was later accepted into the program. The Trio McNair Scholars Program has given me so many opportunities. I was able to conduct a research study on the barriers first-generation college students face while they transition to college. And I had Kevin Shanning and Danielle Sneed from Northland and Monty Stewart from the University of Wisconsin Superior as my mentors to help me along the way. I was able to present my findings in conferences at UCLA and Baylor virtually due to COVID, but I was able to present at University of Wisconsin Superior and University of Maryland in person. After finishing my research, I decided to apply to graduate school, and the rejection letters came flooding in. I was extremely discouraged, but my mom's words stuck with me. She said, "No doesn't mean never, Aja. You've accomplished so much. There's always next year to reapply." I didn't want to believe this was going to be my reality. Not the fact that I didn't get into grad school, but moving back to Florida, it's too hot. My mom was right, though. Sometimes you have to look at where you've been and appreciate how far you've come. Once I stopped looking at the negatives in life and focused on the job offers and things I had to look forward to, I received an email from West Virginia University saying I was accepted into their sociology and anthropology doctoral program. I happened to be in my biometry class when I got the email, and I shared the news with one of my favorite professors who also wrote my letters of recommendations, Derek Ogle. I called my mom, yeah. I called my mom and all of my mentors in disbelief. This was truly one of the happiest days of my life. I'm giving this speech to remind everyone to never give up on your dreams. Being fully transparent with you, my GPA went from here to down here after freshman year. But instead of dropping out and giving up, I continued to work hard to bring it back up. I can't take credit for everything because I had numerous people's support from home, such as my mom, grandma, granddad, and brother. I also had support from people here on campus like Kelly Dunn, Kevin Shanning, Coach Kyle, Danielle Sneed, Derek Ogle, Jackie Moore, and most importantly, the donors who have contributed to continuing my education. So with that being said, what does happen to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore, and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over, like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? I've had many obstacles during my time at college, and I can say that I've learned from my mom, a dream deferred is still a dream. A dream deferred is my great-grandmothers and my great-aunts watching from the heavens, who were domestic workers, watching me become a first-generation doctor of sociology as I graduate in 2026 from West Virginia University. As we sit through the rest of commencement today, I want every graduate to think of what it took for them to get here, and not only congratulate themselves, But no, if you keep the same willpower and determination that you had to graduate college, you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. Before I sit back down, I would like to thank everyone again. To the audience, thank you for listening. To faculty and staff, thank you for your support. To my fellow graduates, thank you for all the memories. And to my family, thank you for everything. I wouldn't be who I am without you all. Thank you.
Thank you, AJ, for your thoughtful words. So what does happen to a dream deferred? We'll talk about that later, right? At this time, I'm delighted to invite the Northland College Choir to come forward to the stage. Under the direction of Chris Homer, the choir will perform In My Life. Chris?
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da.
Thank you, Chris and the choir. And now, the moment that you have been waiting for. Today, we celebrate the purpose of the college, the fulfillment of our mission to all of you, and our deep appreciation for intellectual satisfaction, personal advancement, and academic accomplishment. It is my privilege to call upon Trustee Linda Mack and Dr. Alan Brew to present the class of 2022.
This day marks the culmination of rigorous study for these graduate candidates, and it reflects great pride and accomplishment for the students and their families. We recognize their remarkable accomplishments. Members of the class of 2022, please stand. President Solobaki, the candidates before us have completed the requirements for their courses of study and for graduation from Northland College. Upon recommendation of the faculty and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to present the class of 2022 for their respective degrees.
On behalf of the trustees of Northland College, I congratulate you, the members of the 2022 graduating class. It is my hope, and that of the other trustees, that the knowledge and skills you have gained and the values and relationships you have formed will serve you well throughout your lives, and through your participation in the world, you will contribute to the common good. Now, upon recommendation by the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I authorize the awarding of degrees.
Candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Northland College, I now confer upon you your respective degrees with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. As a symbol of achievement and honor, I have been charged to award you the privilege of your diploma. It gives me pleasure to present each graduate individually. I ask Dr. Joe Cooper, Dean of Students, to pronounce your names as you come forward. Trustee Linda Mack, Dean Alan Brew, and Dr. Dave Ullman will join in congratulations. Graduates or candidates, please be seated and follow the directions of your marshals. Thank you.
Carson Wallace Betchika. Coriander Leah Deline. Kelsey Amelia Evans. Josie Hadway. Cameron John Kadlabowski. Emily Knipp. Elena Noel Coleman. Anna Marhefke. Kirsten Alexis Lee Mertig. Matt D. Murphy. Maximilian Onyx. Maya Isabella Flieger. Alyssa A. Rosh. Catherine May Simpson. Alex Stensing. Katrina Rose Zimmer. Megan Adair. Brianna Elizabeth Aldaba. Bridget Joanne Alex. Luna Catalina Armejo. Ben Beasy. Owen Galvin Byrne. Jesus Arturo Carmona. Molly Louise Chubby Christensen. Daniel Chartrand. Mi Cho Cho. Sydney Cristiano. Courtney Elizabeth Curtis. Michael James Davis. Stefan DeSimone. Sailor Jean Donnelly. Destiny Ann Elder Hall. Joey Eldridge. Cheyenne S. Eustace. Gavin W. Fontaine. Jordan Gomez. Sophia L. Garcia. Anna E. Gill. Rosie Gonzalez. Ainsworth N. Grant. Aja Gregg. Seth R. Hackbarth. Allison L. Hart. Olivia Heller. Haley Jean Heller. Sarah Elizabeth Hockley. Callie Ann Huttenroth. Kirsten Therese Jenston. Kimmy P. Johnson. Peyton Nicole Keith. Karadin Kiviaho. Bailey Kepsil. Pearl the Squirrel Krager. Bailey Lang. Lucas James Lazarek. McKenna Paige Lemansky. Katie Marie Liska. Jillian Isabel Logis. Tegan Meyer. Time Masters. Reed J. Miller. Hunter Dwayne Moe. Corey L. Muzzy. Alexander Neiman. McKenna Nelson. Marshall Howard Nicotin. Alexander Ortman. Kaylee L. Pifke. Barisa Yvette Pisano. Addison Emily Paluger. Jenna A. Reyes. Zach Ruley. Michaela Sancher. Josie Shannon. Jacob S. Schramm. Gordon S. Scott. Fen Mechtenberg Sigo. Adriana Silva Duran. Luke Donald Robert Slecker. Donovan Lynn Taylor. Jacob Jonathan Taylor. Dylan Tuft. Bridget Ruth Thornburg. Emily Catherine Triwatha. Taylor Eric Unruh. Izzy Vetterman. Alejandro J. Vidalis. Noah Ferguson Viner. Connor William Wesley Evans. Jacob Henry Wolford. Cole Woodliff.
Can we have a round of applause for the graduates again? Thank you, Trustee Mack, Dr. Brood, Dr. Ullman, Dr. Cooper. Graduates, we are proud to celebrate your academic accomplishments and your personal triumphs. We celebrate the completion of this chapter of your life and the commencement of the next one. And now, to signify your brand new status as Northland College graduates, you will find a Northland College alumni button placed under each chair. Take a brief moment to pin the button to your robe. Class of 2022, you have arrived at a significant milestone. You are transitioning from being a student to being an alum. As a final gesture, symbolizing your joining the ranks of baccalaureate scholars, you may now move the tassel on your academic cap from right to left. Congratulations. Let us pay tribute with your very first act as Northland College alumni by singing the alma mater. I ask the Northland Choir members to return to the stage and lead us in the Northland College hymn. The hymn is in your program.
Life is made of highways built by human hands. On them all a-toiling from near and distant lands. Some built straight and true, others lose their way. Help us make our roads more fair as we labor day by day. Make us builders mighty of everything that's good. Make our pathways brighter as we do things we should. Help us to be kind to those who need our care. Father, help us do thy will, and a highway shall be there.
Thank you. Special thanks to the members of the choir and Chris Holmer. As we close today, I offer you, the esteemed class of 2022, my final charge. As president of Northland College, I charge you to take what you learned here and carry it forward in the journey that will be your lives. May you be successful and happy. You can stand. May you be successful and happy. May you conduct your lives with distinction and compassion. May you remain passionate for the beauty of nature and show deep respect for the finite features of our planet. Above all, remember Northland College as a place of growth and enhancement. Go forth today and embrace your futures. For everyone here today, thank you for your attendance. In celebration and remembrance of this year's class, and in continuing with our long tradition, the graduating year, 2022, has been carved into one of the Wheeler Hall stones. We invite every one of you here to visit Wheeler Hall to seek out the 2022 stone engraving, an indelible memorial for attainment and perpetual association with the long legacy of Northland College. And now I call Dylan Jennings to the podium for the honor song. And please rise for that so the class is standing and everyone else can rise.
Bonjour. Hello.
You can find the lyrics underneath your chair. No, I'm just kidding. Hey. You guys always put me after the choir, and it's a tough act to follow, so I apologize. Forgot my hand drum, but I'm just going to sing this song. The song is used as an honor song or a traveling song, and essentially we ask that everyone returns home to their lodges, their homes in a good, safe way, and then this acknowledges our graduates in a good way on their journeys as well, so bear with me. Miigwech, Bizendawyig, Miu. Congratulations to all of our graduates. Give them one more round of applause.
Thank you, Bishikins, and thank you all for coming out today. Dr. Michelle Small will come forward to the platform and will lead us in the recession in the order that we came in: platform, party, faculty, and then students. We're asking friends and family to wait until the students have recessed before leaving the building. And if you would gather at the Panzio Center just across the way, there are refreshments and niblets for everybody. So with that, congratulations one final time, and Michelle is coming forward to start the recession.
Huge accomplishment, and you should feel so.
From the Office of Admissions,
congratulations, class of 2022!
Congratulations, graduates. This is a huge accomplishment, and you should feel so proud of yourself for getting to this point. We can't wait to hear where you end up going after Northland, and we're just wishing you all the best with your continued success.
Greetings, Northland grads. I've only been your Dean of Students since January, but I cannot tell you how grateful I am to have been welcomed into your community. It's truly been my privilege to learn about you, your passions, and why you chose Northland College. There's no doubt that our world today is facing countless challenges. I don't have to tell you that. But I have hope. Hope in you. You all have some very important qualities: tenacity, empathy, and a commitment to make the world a better place. These past few years haven't been easy, but know that I recognize you and your efforts, and I am so grateful that you are the future. Thank you for all you've done for Northland College and our community. Congratulations and best wishes as you pursue your goals and dreams.
Hello, my name is Michael Davis, and I would like to express my gratitude to the Academy, well, my Academy, my parents, my teachers, my friends, the students I've taught, and Jack Hartman for being awesome in teaching to count by tens. Look them up.
Northland graduates, thank you for making my soul shine brighter.
And I want to thank every last one of you students for making it to the end of this year. You deserve a big party. Congratulations.
An die lieben Graduierenden richte ich meine allerherzlichste Gratulation aus, vor allem anlässlich der bevorstehenden Graduiertenfeier am 28. Mai 2022. Mögen Sie diesen Moment genießen, da Sie kurz vor dem Beginn eines neuen und hoffentlich aufregenden Abenteuers stehen. Wir feiern Sie gerne. Wir zelebrieren Ihre Erfolge und wir halten Sie ganz fest in unseren Herzen. Glückwunsch und gut gemacht. Chapeau!
Hello and congratulations. On behalf of the Northland College Alumni Board and Northland College alumni around the world, we welcome you to the alumni family.